I was just taking the trash out. That's when I saw it. A limited edition Lamborghini practically bouncing off the ground. Inside, in the back seat, my two brothers were going at it like animals with that orphan girl we took in, just hammering away. I didn't even blink. I just quietly recorded the whole thing and sent the video to the biggest news outlet in the world. 7 p.m. tomorrow, I typed. I want the whole world to see this. Last time around, that little nobody, just because my brothers were using her, stole my life, my identity as the heiress Catherine Blackwood. At my birthday bash, the Blackwood Gala, she and my brothers blocked me at the door, twisting everything around. What makes you think you belong here, you little saint rat? She sneered. I'm Catherine Blackwood now. You can crawl back to whatever hole you came from, and try not to embarrass yourself. Last time, I was so scared of my brother's anger that I let her walk all over me. But this time, hell no. The next evening at the party, she stepped right in front of me just like before. I kicked her so hard she landed flat on the floor. But who the hell do you think you are, blocking my way? I glared at the housekeeper standing nearby. Well, get this fake out of my sight. Everyone just stood there, their mouths hanging open. Nobody expected me, the girl who always took it, to actually fight back. The housekeeper scrambled to help her up, giving me a nervous look. Catherine, honey, you can't treat Amanda like that. What will your brothers say? She knew damn well I was the real Catherine, but she played along with their game. Listen up, you old bat. There's only one Catherine Blackwood in this family, got it? The housekeeper flinched, head down, not saying a word. I slapped her so hard she fell. Can't even tell who your boss is? You're useless. Get out. Last time, the switch happened because my parents were never around. Amanda took orders from my brothers like they were royalty. She abused me, Catherine Blackwood, like I was nothing. That orphan even got my brothers to hire someone to disfigure me and then murder me, dumping my body somewhere. The housekeeper did everything Amanda said, a total puppet. Now she was shaking, kneeling on the floor. But Amanda told me what to do. I was just following her orders. Your brothers will hear about this. They won't be happy, she whined. Amanda, acting all innocent, started trying to win people over, helping the housekeeper up and playing big sister as she scolded me. See, this is what happens when you take in a stray. After all these years with us, you still can't shake those nasty little lies. Amanda's bestie, Brittany, rushed over, hooking her arm through Amanda's and shooting me a dirty look. You're so gross. You're taking advantage of the Blackwoods' generosity, and now you're spewing lies. At Amanda's party, the room buzzed with whispers. She's just using them. I heard the Blackwoods have been so good to her, like she was their own daughter. Amanda even shares everything with her. An orphan trying to pretend she's Catherine Blackwood? Please. She's got a death wish. They didn't know anything. I was the one who felt sorry for Amanda and begged my parents to take her in. When she got older, she turned on the charm and sucked up to my brothers. So whenever there was some event, my brothers would take Amanda and lock me up in my room. After a while, everyone just assumed she was Catherine Blackwood, and I was the charity case. This time it was different. My dad's a billionaire, the one who calls the shots. My mom's a huge actress. A lot of these people in the room, their entire lives depended on my parents. Why should I let this orphan and my brothers walk all over me? I looked around the room, my eyes settling on Brittany, my heart burning with hatred, my fists clenching. Your dad's whole business only exists because he begged my dad for funding. Ask him if he dares interfere with my family's business. Brittany, humiliated in front of everyone, couldn't take it. She went to slap me. I grabbed her wrist and slapped her across the face, hard. Her face twisted with rage, her chin trembling. You little bastard. How dare you hit me? Amanda looked around, then screamed. Security. Where are you guys? The security guards started to move, but I turned and glared at them, my look so sharp they froze in their tracks. I'm Catherine Blackwood. Nobody lays a hand on me. Amanda shrieked, afraid someone might believe me. Catherine, everyone knows you're just an orphan my parents took in. You think you can lie and everyone will believe you? Dream on. The others nodded, agreeing. She has a point. The Blackwood boys always bring Amanda to everything. Never seen you. This was supposed to be a party celebrating Amanda joining the scene, and this little nobody ruined it. I laughed. Then I turned to my personal assistant. Get my beloved brothers down here. Tell them the orphan we took in is trying to impersonate Catherine Blackwood and ruin our family name. Ask him if he wants Amanda to be a laughingstock. The assistant hesitated. She knew my brothers were obsessed with Amanda, practically worshipping her and turning her into a social media star. Every time Amanda messed with me, they'd take her side, yelling at me for being disrespectful, grounding me, and forcing me to apologize. Go. I've got this. Hearing that, the assistant finally left. Amanda just laughed. Catherine, have you learned nothing? Have you forgotten how your brothers treat you every time you cross me? She knew my brother Stephen would protect her no matter what. Last time, when Amanda told the housekeeper to throw acid in my face, I called Stephen, begging for help. He didn't believe me. He yelled at me for lying about Amanda and told me to drop dead somewhere else. I died full of despair and pain, beaten to death by the people Amanda hired. My body dumped in the freezing river. This time they would pay. Unexpectedly, before Stephen even showed up, my childhood best friend, Michael, came strutting in, carrying a giant bouquet of flowers. "Catherine," he said, "I wanted to show you how much I care about you, so I bought every rose in town to make this bouquet." Brittany looked shocked. She glanced at Amanda, nervous and confused. Did Michael just say that to me? Looking at Michael's adoring gaze, I wanted to puke. He used to cling to me, always wanting to play wedding, telling my parents he would marry me when he grew up. But then he saw Amanda and ditched me for her. When Amanda made my life a living hell, he did nothing. Walking right up to Amanda, Michael smiled, gently tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. "You're beautiful, Amanda." Then he turned to me, his eyes like knives. "You think we're stupid enough to believe that you are Catherine Blackwood just because you made up a random story? Get real, Catherine. If you begged me right now, I wouldn't give you a second look," he said, his face twisted in disgust. "There is only one person I love, and that is Amanda, the real Catherine Blackwood." Michael, who used to swear he'd love me forever, was now groveling at Amanda's feet, calling me a liar. The others, already unsure of my identity, immediately believed Michael. "Amanda has such a big heart, she let this stray hang around, and this is how she's repaid. Someone should have left her to die in the streets. Now she just causes problems." Amanda looked thrilled, a flicker of triumph in her eyes. Seeing them together, I laughed. I took a white jade pendant from around my neck. "This is the Phoenix blood jade. Only the real Catherine Blackwood can wear it. Amanda, do you have one of these?" Several people hurried closer, peering at the pendant. Many of them had been friends with my parents for years. They gasped. "I heard Mr. Blackwood talking about this. Looks like Catherine is telling the truth. Weird. Why did Stephen say Mr. Blackwood wanted us here to support Amanda?" Amanda went pale, her eyes wide with panic. She had no idea about the Phoenix blood jade. Michael suddenly laughed. "Catherine, you think you can fool everyone? You want us to believe that something that looks like it came from the trash has been passed down in your family for generations? That's just pathetic." The others looked confused again, shifting their gazes between me and Amanda, unsure what to think. I was raised with culture and class. Amanda might have read books at my house, but you can't erase her ugly heart. She couldn't hide her envy. Panicked, Amanda tried to be brave. "If you are Catherine Blackwood, then why does Stephen take me to all the important events instead of you?" Michael glared at me. "Amanda treated you like a sister, and you turn around and do this? You are worthless." They ganged up on me, and the crowd agreed with them again. I started to speak, but the security guards grabbed my arms. Amanda's friend Brittany slapped me across the face, then hit me with her purse. "You're just a stray the Blackwoods took in. And you think you can take Amanda's place? Apologize to Amanda now." Blood trickled from my lip, falling to the floor, forming a blood flower. I stared at them, growling. "Wait until my parents get here. They will not be happy. Last time, Amanda replaced me and my parents never knew. They thought I had run away. This time, I told them, they will be here in minutes." Amanda whispered, "Your parents are out of the country. They aren't coming back. Why are you such a bad liar? Besides, Michael's dad is friends with my parents. He has a multinational group. Even if my parents found out, they wouldn't be able to do anything." Then someone yelled, "What is going on here? What do you think you're doing?" Stephen showed up with 8 bodyguards. The security guards released me. Amanda almost fell, but when she saw it was Stephen, she looked relieved. Stephen saw that Amanda was okay and glared at me. "Good thing Amanda is okay. If anything happened to her, no matter how nice you are, I won't let you off easy." Last time, no matter what happened, Stephen chose Amanda to stay alive. I tried to copy Amanda, but they just made fun of me. I laughed. "Oh, you want me to copy Amanda? Do you want me to be ungrateful and pretend to be someone I'm not? Why would I copy someone like that? Stephen, do you really think you can fool everyone?" Everyone thought Stephen was right. That stray the Blackwoods took in is acting crazy. She's yelling at everyone. What does it mean to be ungrateful? I spit on someone like that. The assistant pointed at Amanda. "She is the stray. Catherine is Catherine Blackwood." Stephen slapped the assistant and shouted, "Don't say that about Amanda. She is a good person." Then he glared at me. "Did you tell her to do that? I have been too nice. That's why you don't respect me. Do you not know who you are?" Michael hugged Amanda. "Only Amanda is the one that I love. Catherine, you want to marry me? I would rather die." Then he gave flowers to Amanda and got on one knee. "Amanda, I will love you forever. Will you marry me?" Amanda cried. "I will." After Michael put the ring on her, she looked thrilled. Then she saw me and faked sympathy. I used to pity Catherine. I treated her like a sister, but this is what I get. She tries to steal everything that I have. She started to cry, trying to make everyone feel bad for her. Then she laughed and looked at me in a way that told me she had won. Stephen grabbed my arm and shouted, "Why are you laughing? Get on your knees and apologize, or I will kick you out of this house." Amanda wanted me gone, but she acted like she felt bad for me. Stephen, don't be mad. Everyone knows she's a fake Catherine. You can mess with me if you want, but this is embarrassing for my family. Stephen kicked me. Apologize. I didn't kneel. Stephen was my brother. I looked at him. Stephen, have you forgotten that you lived here? You can't tell me what to do. He laughed. What do you mean? My parents aren't here. I am in charge. If you won't kneel, then I will throw you out. Don't ever come back. Amanda looked happy. You thought Stephen was nice like me? You can't make me feel bad. Guards, cut her face, cut out her tongue, and see how she does now. Stephen agreed. Amanda thought she was about to win. Then a group of bodyguards came in and cleared the way. Someone asked, who said they would cut my daughter's face and tongue? Everyone turned to look at the entrance to the ballroom. My dad, using his cane, and my mom, holding onto his arm, walked in together ice cold. Everyone in the room practically bowed. Mr. and Mrs. Blackwood. My dad didn't even acknowledge them. He walked straight toward us, radiating power. Meanwhile, Amanda went white as a sheet, standing there trembling like a leaf, scared to death. She could do whatever she wanted around my brother, Stephen. But around my parents? She was quiet as a mouse, never daring to step out of line, or she'd be crushed. Since nobody spoke, my dad slammed his cane on the floor, glaring at Amanda. Who said that? He barked. Who said those words? He didn't even tell her to kneel. She dropped to the floor, tears and sweat falling everywhere. She didn't dare look my dad in the eye. Stephen was silent. He knew who I really was. He had just taken advantage of my parents being away to mess with me, to bully me. Now that they were back, he was cowering, silent. But Amanda's friend, Brittany, decided to be brave and speak up. Mr. and Mrs. Blackwood, Amanda said it. But she was just punishing Catherine, the orphan you took in. You don't know how awful she's been. She called Amanda a nobody, and she said she was the real Catherine Blackwood. It was awful. Amanda was trying to deny it, but Brittany sold her out. Amanda gave her a look that could kill. Brittany smiled, thinking she was going to get a pat on the back. My dad gave a look, and a bodyguard kicked Brittany. She fell, bleeding and screaming. The room froze. Nobody dared to speak, all standing there, scared. Nobody knew why my dad was so angry. You don't get to speak to me, he said. Tell your dad to come here and beg at my door for 3 days. Then I will see if his sins can be forgiven. If he doesn't do it, he will be broke. Brittany couldn't say anything. She was dragged out, crying. Then Michael stepped forward, smiling. Mr. Blackwood, Brittany is young. If she said something wrong, please ignore it. But what she said was right. Catherine is crazy. You were not around to see the crazy things that Catherine has been doing. She has done some terrible things. I glanced at Michael. It was a good thing he liked Amanda. If I married him, my life would be over. He was going to get what he deserved. This time my dad looked at me. What do you want me to do to him? He asked. Should I break one of his arms? He deserved whatever he got. But before I could speak, Michael laughed. Catherine, now you're scared, right? If you had apologized to Amanda, everything would be fine, but you didn't listen. Now your dad will break one of your arms. You did this to yourself. I had more conditions. Add one of his legs. Okay, my dad said. 2 bodyguards grabbed Michael. He asked, Mr. Blackwood, why are you grabbing me? You should be grabbing Catherine. My mom looked angry. Don't say her name. Before she was done speaking, a bodyguard punched Michael. The others were confused. Why were my parents doing this? The bodyguard punched Michael again. Then the bodyguards grabbed his arms and legs. Michael screamed. His arms and legs were broken. He couldn't move. Mr. Blackwood, why are you doing this to me? He asked. How will I explain this to my father? You guys have been friends for years. My dad grinned. Friends for years? Is that what he tells everyone? I will ask him how many bad things he has said about me. He is lucky that I even speak to him. Michael realized that he had made a mistake. If my dad was angry, nobody in the city would live to see the sun. He started begging. Please spare me. My dad said, you did not anger me. Michael looked at me. I do not understand, Mr. Blackwood. Why do you like Catherine so much? Everyone knows that Amanda is your daughter. Everyone else agreed. My dad slammed his cane on the ground. Everyone was silent. Then my dad looked at me and asked, did they all hurt you? Everyone gasped. They were in trouble. Some were crying, hoping that I would say no. But I wouldn't let them go. Yes, I said. Many people started crying. My mom yelled, be quiet. The crying stopped. My mom said, take them all away. Hurt the men and women. How dare they hurt my daughter? They started crying. Some were angry. Mr. and Mrs. Blackwood, why? If you are going to punish us, can you please tell us why you like the orphan that you took? My dad pointed his cane at the one who spoke. 2 bodyguards dragged him and made him kneel in front of my dad. My dad raised his cane and slammed it on the guy's head. My dad shouted, Catherine is my only daughter. From now on, I will crush anyone who says she is an orphan. Everyone was shocked. They started cursing themselves for being blind. Get out, my dad shouted. Everyone stood up and ran. Now, only Stephen and Amanda were left. Amanda started begging for forgiveness. Mom and Dad, please. Please have mercy. I will never do it again. She looked up, saw my parents' glares, and looked down. She pointed at Stephen. This was all Stephen. He said that if I could prove myself in the city, then I could kill Catherine and replace her. I was shocked. Amanda was blaming Stephen. Stephen looked like he was freezing. He kneeled. Mr. and Mrs. Blackwood, do not listen to her lies. I know that I was not born to you, but I am a Blackwood. Why would I ever hurt my sister? I would never do that. Amanda is saying all this to make you think I did it. I laughed. Stephen turned pale. Catherine, what are you laughing about? I've been good to you. Tell them the truth. We are family and we should stand together. He was only saying this now. I pointed to the corner of the room. Stephen, there is a camera. You might want to change what happened. Stephen looked. Then he kneeled and started crying. Mr. Blackwood, I was wrong. I should not have listened to Amanda. Please forgive me because of my parents. I will never say bad things about Catherine again. Please spare me. My dad raised his foot and pointed it at Stephen's chin. So, you helped Amanda hurt my daughter? Stephen started shaking. Speak. Stephen spoke in a low voice. Yes. Okay, my dad said. So you are a Blackwood. I let you run everything. My dad asked me, what do you want to do with him? I do not care if he lives or dies. Stephen screamed and started banging his head on the floor. Catherine, please. Please forgive me. I will never do it again. He started slapping himself. I wanted revenge, but his parents were good. They treated me well. They would always bring me something. Besides, my dad did not want to kill him. He could not kill family. If he did, Stephen's parents would be sad. So I said, Dad, can you break his arms? Then he cannot ever come back. What do you think? Stephen looked at my dad, hoping. My mom said, if this was someone else, we would have killed them. But Stephen is a Blackwood, and that is his only son. If you kill him, they will hate you. My dad glared at Stephen, but he agreed. Okay, I will just break one of his arms. Stephen thanked him. The bodyguards dragged him away. Then my dad yelled, tell everyone in the city. Anyone who speaks to Stephen is my enemy. Nobody would ever talk to Stephen again. Finally, we looked at Amanda. Her hair was wet and stuck to her face. She looked scared and hopeless. She was only an orphan. My mom shook her head. Amanda, you came to our house. We were good to you. Catherine had whatever you had. Why did you turn on us and say such bad things? Amanda shouted. You are a liar. You never let me go out with Michael. You said that I was not good enough for him. Did you want Catherine to marry him? And you say that you have been good to me. My mom looked sad. I slapped Amanda. My mom said the same thing to me. I yelled. She could see that Michael was not good. You would not be happy. If you were not brought into our house, you would be dead. You would not have anything. Instead, you hate us. Amanda looked shocked and sad. Then she started laughing. Suddenly, Amanda pulled out a knife and tried to stab me. My dad grabbed me and pulled me back. He kicked Amanda away. Her bodyguards ran to stop her. Amanda stabbed herself in the heart. She fell, moving a bit, but she was dead. I did not feel bad. I just felt sorry for her. But it was over. Nobody could be me anymore.